because he was into looks, but he also like assessed how intelligent every single girl he ever came across
he did.
And he categorizes them, like every single time it's like, she's this kind of smart, oh she thinks she's very refined but she's actually really dumb, like it's like,
it's kind of superficial, isn't it?
Yeah, he took intelligence and made it superficial. How do you do that?
Yeah, that is such a good take.
That
is such a good take. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, it's so true. I didn't think about it like that either. And the fact that he was putting them into hierarchies as well, depending on like the intelligence, and it's like, but I think it's because to him that's what mattered, and because he wanted someone to kind of match his intelligence or his level.
He got with someone that's actually not on par with him at all, but they complemented each other because they weren't compatible in that sense. Because he had Hannah, and Hannah's quite smart, like she is just probably a bit below his level in his mind, but he didn't actually want someone that was intelligent in the end.
So what is that?
So this is the thing.
I feel like he plays games. This guy, I'm sorry, but I do not like the main character. He's a prick. Like,
what was his name again? Nate. That's it. So Nate finds a girl of his dreams, Hannah, and she's this intellectual and she's caring, down to earth, easygoing, and just chilled out about everything, which is what I'm assuming people want or guys want. But then he doesn't want her anymore because it appears that he comes across as if he finds her too boring.
Do you know what? It's not that she's... Maybe she is boring. No, she is, I guess. Yeah, she is. He wanted excitement by the end of it, didn't he?
He did want excitement.
Do you know what it was? What I realised? He's an idiot because the reason everything fell apart is because of what happened with Eugene. When Eugene got the work instead of him, he got commissioned to do something. And that's when he started being sour. And it just kept, like, it came crashing
he projected
down.
that.
Yeah, and he was never saying it to her, and she's there feeling sorry for herself, and he's like disgusted by it. Like, what kind of dickhead are you? I'm sorry, but you should have said to her, like, this has happened, and you resolve it, and you grow together, you mature together. But no, he held it in and took it out on her.
Okay, I didn't read part of the book. So can you explain it to me what happened?
Yeah, so basically he's been with Hannah for a few months now, and then there's another guy that's in the kind of same social circle, and Eugene is threatened by Nate because he's got a book deal.
Okay.
So, but then Nate tried to get commissioned for another book review, and Eugene got it in the end. And when he read the article, he was pissed off. He was like, oh, why did he get it? Like, he was just a bit sour about the fact that he wasn't picked. So then after that, he just started taking it out on Hannah, like constantly just being weird. Every time they're sitting together, he's like looking for any distraction. He keeps like his mental way of thinking about it. Anytime she does anything, he's like, oh, why is she doing this? Oh, now she's gonna cry, for goodness sake. Why do women always do this? He's like constantly like
that was him
berating her any single thing she did, and she's like, did I do something? He's like, oh, for fuck's sake, why do women always think it's them? It's not always about them. It's like, but all she's got to assess the situation is how you're acting. So like, if something's going on internally, why are men not communicating it? Like the whole relationship fell apart because he's not communicating what's going on inside his mind. Like, what do you think?
That's the thing. He wanted to project it onto her so that she can be the one to initiate the breakup, so that he doesn't have to take responsibility for his own actions and the fact that he didn't love her or the fact that he didn't want to be with her anymore. He wanted her to be the one to be like, oh, I don't think it's working out, because he wasn't brave enough to say it himself.
A lot of guys aren't. A lot of guys aren't.
So I've just got this thing where like, okay, so he met Hannah when he was successful, right? And he's like a bit above her, right? But she's still intellectually the same.
Exactly it.
But now that he's experienced the failure in his career, he now feels like he's gone down a level, and now maybe he's projecting it on Hannah because Hannah is actually a little bit above him and he can't handle it. He
That's what happens.
So then he goes even lower and then settles for that, goes with that other
girl.
Lower.
Because intellectually, she's not on Hannah's wavelength, because she's more, like you said, to do with like, she projects herself in a more sexual way and more free and whatever. And I think that's I think that's probably what you said.
He said it right after it happened. Like after the whole UG thing happened, he went back home and then he was like, now I can't even tell her about this because she sees me as higher than her, so how can she ask me for advice on her writing style and stuff if I can't even get commissioned to do this? Like, now I'm below her, what's the point of anything, kind of. So you can tell it knocked his confidence. So then after that he just felt like he was like below, like there's no point in trying.
Scary. Do you think that actually happens?
100%.
Do you know what, I dated a guy like that, and he took a massive L whilst we were dating, and then I felt like his whole energy changed, and obviously I felt like I was doing quite well.
Yeah.
You know, I always had nice things and stuff like that. Like I was able to afford things, and like, all of a sudden he just like, it's almost like he resented me, like he didn't like me, and he was trying to put me down.
Wow.
And it was a red flag for me, because I just felt like he didn't know how to communicate. And you hear these stories about men who lose their jobs, they don't tell their wives, they can't afford their mortgage anymore, they're not paying their rent, and all of a sudden everything is just like that, they lose everything because he couldn't say it, because he was so insecure with the fact that he wasn't the man that he used to be.
So it's all to do with like the ego, do you think?
Do you know what, it's
men
ego,
can't
but
handle it.
The thing is, it's ego, but it's also society. Like, men are just not having conversations about what's going on. That's it. That's literally the whole point of it. With women, we have these conversations, we have these dynamics, we have that like open space where you can talk about what's going on. Men don't have that. So imagine how you must be going crazy if you can't even let out like the little things, and they keep piling up, and then something big happens, like you losing your job or whatever. How do you
cope?
You can't.
Yeah, it's true.
That's hard.
You're right, because with us, obviously we share the L's. We share the L's and we laugh it off, and we move. But with guys, they're L's. Like they can't share these L's. They feel like they need to bury them deep inside because it's an L.
This is why I think women are more superior than men. And why
I love that.
Because I feel like women just navigate through life better, because we experience our emotions. We are like, I think we're more psychologically, we're more sane. I just feel like men don't know how to express themselves. They hold everything in. It's not normal.
They're more practical in that sense.
They are more. I do agree that sometimes men are just like, this is what it is. Black and white. Let's just do it. But sometimes you need to have emotion. That's how you make better decisions.
Definitely.
But you know what? In the book, Nate, I think it was when everything was going wrong with Hannah, and Nate was like, so she approached him. She's like, we need to talk. This is not working. And he was like, why do women always want to talk about these things? Why do we need to have like a long, dragged out conversation? And the first time she initiated it, she was crying. She was upset. He was like, just, and it's like the way he's thinking. He's like, no, I'm not interested in this. It's so boring. I can't be bothered for these conversations. And then she tried again a few days later. They had another conversation where she's crying. She's like, this isn't working, Nate. What's wrong with us? What happened? And then they actually resolved something. And it was like...
the first time,
so when they were sitting by the window and he was like, no, I think I love you, whatever. Like, he actually, like, he opened up. And then it happened again later. They had another conversation. He was like, oh, here we go again. This boring, dreary old conversation. Women always wanting to talk about their feelings. It's like... I really felt like I was in a guy's mind. Like, I'm not surprised.
I hated it.
Me too.
I hated it.
Like, no, this is horrible. Because something good actually comes out of these conversations if you try. But the first time he didn't apply himself, and the last time he didn't apply himself, but the time that he did, they actually communicated. So if you just communicate, like, there's so much good that can come out of it.
But then again, I felt like he only communicated and opened up to her because he felt like that was his only way out. Because if he hadn't communicated with her and he didn't have that conversation with her, then he would have been stuck.
Exactly.
So he did it just so that he can
pacify this situation.
And then move on and try and actually go as far away from the problem as possible, just so that they can move on and be okay.
A few points in the book I was a bit triggered, boy. You know when he was like going back, falling around with his ex and stuff like that, I was triggered. You know when you've got your ex-boyfriend and you still like, and you just go back and it's just like...
When he talks about Elisa, oh my god, I'm sorry, but he's horrible, he's so mean. Like, he's like, oh, I don't really want to have sex with her, but oh, might as well. Like, it's just like, you're playing with someone. You're playing with someone's feelings. What are you doing?
But she's also silly, though.
She is. I don't have any sympathy for her.
And he told you,
It's true. It's true. But, I don't know.
But no, actually, no. Look, let's take some... We've got to take some accountability here. Because he don't want her.
It's true.
He don't want you.
Just leave it.
He don't want you.
It's true.
He's told you how many times. This man has told you, he showed you through so many actions that he does not want you. But you think you can change him.
Just let it go.
People don't want to... Listen, you can't change anybody who does not want to be changed.
And you can't make it
that man don't want you.
No.
You can't.
And what is that phrase that people use? A leopard can't hide his spots.
I have a theory. So I always say, when you date a guy, don't do anything with him for 6 or 8 months. Because I think women, we are quite manipulative. I really feel like women can hide what you want to hide, right? I don't think men can. So he might be doing all the sweet boy things in the beginning. 6 months. He's gonna reveal his true colours. He can't
So true.
It is true.
And it works. It works.
Listen to her theory, guys. Listen to the theory. This is not no 90-day rule or whatever.
Yeah.
This is 6 month rule.
Honestly. And if he doesn't want to wait, then he probably doesn't like you.
At times I did feel sympathy for him. I did when he was with Elisa. Like anytime we'd go out, she'd constantly kind of undermine him or just tell him like, "Why are you doing that? You're embarrassing me." Like just being really horrible in the way she talks to him and stuff. And I did kind of feel sorry for him, but then again, he was there by choice, so I don't know.
But do you remember how he describes himself in the beginning? Like he was a little bit awkward. Like he didn't really get the pretty girls. Yeah. So maybe like now that he's like successful and stuff, maybe Hannah is the sort of girl that maybe he would have gone for when he was a little bit lower. And now that he's like more successful, he has money, he's going for the girls that he couldn't get before.
But then again, what's her name? Kirsten? I think it was Kirsten. And she was a girl that he dated during uni, I think. And he still wasn't very popular, really. And she was out of his league and he knew it, but he still didn't make it work with her.
No. And so isn't she the one that
the case.
Has children now?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she lives abroad somewhere else and happily married, isn't he?
Yeah.
He still called her.
Yeah, I know.
To do and to say what?
No, just to kind of get advice, I think. He didn't want anything from her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He
was feeling sorry for himself.
Yeah, but even that, when he called her, do you remember when he called her to speak, he, like, his internal dialogue was almost as if, like, jealousy was kind of there. He was like, oh, well, you know, she's living this life now with 2 kids. Yeah. Oh, I'm happy for her. Like that kind of tone. And I
don't think he wanted that, though. I don't think he wanted her in that way. I think he was jealous about Hannah when she had a new boyfriend. That's when I saw him jealous.
Yes.
Because he was like, I really want to ask her, how is this new guy? But I'm not gonna. I might give her the wrong idea. But he's a dickhead. I'm sorry, that letter that she sent him and he aired her. I was like,
oh my god, the 2 emails, and she poured her heart out.
Girls,
this is what I was going to say, girls, we need to stop.
We need to stop writing men don't care. He doesn't
You don't need to post quotes. You don't need to write letters. You don't need to like call him anymore. Just let it go.
Listen, those 2-minute VMs need to go in a bin. They need to go in a bin.
No one has ever been won back.
No, it's true. I'm sorry. Do you know what? Some of us are lucky to be getting okays because my man Nate aired the whole thing twice. Can I just say? Twice.
No, that's
so deep.
This is why women are crazy because we're sending paragraphs for the guy to air us, and then she then apologizes for sending the paragraph.
I'm an idiot for even messaging you in the first place. Like you should just don't message him again.
Just don't. And then when they see each other again after that, in person, she apologizes again, doesn't she?
Did she?
I don't remember. I'm sure she
did actually. Yeah, I think so.
Because she was like, I'm sorry for sending those emails.
He apologised too, but yeah.
Again.
Yeah. Like just leave it.
Sorry for what? For who?
Women say sorry too much. That's it. I'm sorry, but that's it.
Okay, look, but let me play devil's advocate here. Who said that he wanted to see those emails? He don't want to know that. You guys are gone your separate ways.
It's true, it's true. He doesn't want to see it.
Maybe that's made him feel a type of way. Like, why do you feel entitled? Why do you feel like he needs to reply to that? He doesn't.
It's true.
Because he never asked for it. Because let's think about, like, you think about your exes, right? Imagine now they sent you a paragraph of how they feel. Would you not just be a bit like, I don't want this. I don't receive this message. I don't want it.
Yeah.
So I feel like we've got to think about it like that. Because you don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I think that's the case. Like, if you were hurt or something, or like maybe something big happened, but if you ended on like amicable terms, I don't think it's bad if you said like say your piece. I don't know. I don't feel like it's a big issue.
I get that, yeah.
People coming in and out of each other's lives all the time. You can't pretend like this person's down and never again. Life is not like that. That's how I think. But
if you're ending on bad terms, just don't send paragraphs.
Just don't. That's it. That is it.
And don't be, sending no 1p referencing I'm sorry as well.
I don't like screaming.
Just don't do it.
And don't do like indirects because you look dumb.
When a relationship ends, just go your separate ways. Nobody, I don't know about other people, but I have no hard feelings for anybody because I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care.
I don't like exes.
I mean, I don't like him either, but
you can be indifferent to them.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna do anything for you on social media. That's it. We're done.
I'm not gonna spend any more energy on you. Like, I'm not gonna be on social media doing the most because, like, I have a life that I'm living. I'm trying to do better. I'm not trying to stay stagnant back there because that was a toxic place that we're moving forward from.
Exactly.
That's why I think people just need to let shit go and move on. Like, Yeah, you don't have to ever like that person. You don't ever have to.
Yeah.
Like.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. So let's say you've ended. It's not necessarily been on good terms, but it's like cool. You're kind of on that. You've got that mindset where you're like, okay, I'm moving forward. Like I just want to like carry on. But then you find out that maybe like in the relationship he was cheating.
Oh,
because something similar, something like that kind of happened to me.
Oh,
and it was like I was angry again.
Yeah.
I would be fuming. I'll be fuming.
Yeah.
I would have to say something. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, of course, you're gonna send that letter. You're definitely
I'm sending that letter.
I'm sending it.
Listen,
Don't send the letter.
I'm sending the letter. Do you know what? I found the page earlier. It was 3 pages long in this book.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like a short paragraph. It was 3 pages long.
She proofread that shit and sent it. She spent time.
She said
She got a little essay. She went back, she proofread it, put full stops and commas, and he didn't reply.
He didn't reply. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would have to say something because I'm a dickhead.
Are you?
I don't think it
something
makes,
like that happened to me.
I don't know. I don't think it means anything bad. I mean, you need to talk about it. Like you got damage. This is damage. This is immediate trauma. You need to talk about it.
No,
it is trauma.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about bringing that back up. Excuse me. Why did you not tell me this? What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, it's true.
I went out to say my piece. I don't care if I look pathetic or like a dickhead. I don't feel like a dickhead.
Okay.
I'd be a dickhead if I let it slide. I need to talk to you.
That hit me.
It's
true. It's true. You have to say your piece. And actually, like obviously talking to like my friends about it as well, they're like, whatever happens on his part, you don't look like the dickhead. He looks like the dickhead because he's done you dirty and he's the one who's doing the most.
Yeah.
So really, whatever you say, the action's on him. So it's the reflection is gonna be on him. People are gonna see it as you fumbled the bag.
Yeah.
Not you.
Yeah,
not you.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you're gonna be doing BS like that.